Hey guys, Isaac Wilkins here, Relentless Strength Training and BeyondTheBarbell.com. Back with you with another one of these videos on things I think that my clients should know. And today I want to talk about mobility. Now, before we even get into it, I want to kind of define mobility versus flexibility because they're not the same thing, they're totally different, or they're very different anyway. Flexibility is simply the degree to which a joint can open and close. Literally, it's how far you can stretch a joint. And that's great to a point in that you can stretch a joint too far, and also that it doesn't always let you do the things that you think that you want to do. Now, mobility, on the other hand, is the ability for the athlete to move into different positions and move from position to position through ranges of motion. So that includes flexibility. An athlete needs to have at least an adequate level of flexibility, obviously, in order to move around, to get from position to position, but also incorporates strength. The athlete needs to be able to control their movement and be able to support themselves as they transition from position to position, and also incorporates the dynamic flexibility of a joint, so not just how far you can stretch it, but how far it can stretch and then rebound like that. And that's an element of mobility, as well as the motor development, programming, as far as all that stuff goes, that the athlete knows what is a good position, what is a bad position, and the athlete's body and nervous system knows that. So basically, that sounds really complicated, but it boils down to mobility means that you can move well, and flexibility just basically means that you can stretch far. So flexibility, for flexibility's sake, other than unless you want to do those cool Van Damme splits between chairs, which, okay, that's pretty awesome. But otherwise, kind of is useless for almost all sports and life in general. You just need enough flexibility to be able to have good mobility, which is useful for everything you do. So here at Relentless, we focus on mobility. And the way we do that is we get you strong, like we talked about in my strength video, because if you're not strong, you're not going to be able to move through the range of motion you need to move. And your body's going to freak out and not let you get into certain positions because it doesn't think that you can support yourself safely. Also, we incorporate a lot of different movement drills, including our dynamic warm-up, which all of you guys that are my clients, and you all know that by now. But that, I want you guys to all focus on a good mobility dynamic warm-up, because that is going to teach you the athletic skills that we need for you to move around. It's going to develop, yes, the flexibility that you need, as well as teach you how to transition from movement to movement and transition well. And that's going to be the cornerstone of mobility. For those of you out in the greater internet world, focus on good mobility practice. You should be spending 10 minutes a day just being able to move around, learning how to move, figuring out where you have a hard time moving. Like if you're already good at a movement pattern, like say you're already good at squatting, then yeah, you should keep squatting, but there's only so much you need to work on it. But then you realize that your shoulders are all bound up and you can't move your shoulders much, then that's something that you should be focusing on to make sure that you're balanced, coordinated, and you have the ability to move in your upper body. Otherwise, you're setting yourself up for maybe a rotator cuff tear or something like that. So what I want you guys to focus on as a homework is 10 minutes of mobility work a day on the things that you need to work on. There's all kinds of great resources out there. Kelly Starrett has mobilitywod.com. I haven't been there for a little while, I'm going to be honest, because I've just got his book, so I've been reading that. But anyway, check that out. There's all kinds of great stuff. There's all kinds of other stuff out there on mobility. Look into martial arts stuff, because of course martial artists are some of the most, and dancers and gymnasts are some of the most mobile athletes out there. Look into that stuff, fix the problems you need to fix, and get mobile, get strong. It'll all take care of itself. Your movement will be able to be of the highest quality. All right, I'll see you next time.